so.
Spaghetti. Okay, so it's NAMM 2026, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, trust me.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. So we're here with Fryette, and it's West Coast Guitars at NAMM 2026. And we just wanted to drop by and say hi because we love Steve's work. We love everything about him. His concept, his sense of humor, and he's even got some great new products, man. Don't you?
I'd like to think so.
All right. Check it out. Show us the good stuff.
All right. So the big news is the return of the Pitbull Ultra Lead. Now the Pitbull Ultra Lead 2. And we've been getting asked for the return to the Ultra Lead for a number of years. And for the people asking, I get that they want the Pitbull back.
Yeah.
Great. This is a different time. And the reality of producing amplifiers has changed a lot.
Right.
The reality of what guitar players need is changing radically. We've been through a long period of modeling, the attention on modeling, the discussion about modeling,
Right.
the development and advancement of modeling technology. Great.
Right.
But modeling has not vanquished tube amplifiers for one very good reason. Nothing responds to the player's inspirational impulse like a tube amplifier, and modeling is never going to replace that.
You got it.
It's just a different technology. So, with that in mind, I wanted the Pitbull, which was top of the line amplifier for us at the time it was created.
Okay.
It was a forward-thinking amplifier at the time it was created.
Right, okay.
And in order to bring it back, it should embrace those values, encompass those same values, which is, it's not something that came from the past, it's something that has somewhere to go.
Got it.
And it involves not just the playing experience, which is essential to it, so that part of the design stays. It follows forward from the previous. No changes.
Yeah.
Touring realities, it's completely different. It's more expensive. It's inconvenient. Stage setups are entirely different. Sound checks are different.
Yeah.
Recording is different. So an amplifier like that has to fit into that new paradigm. It's not a new paradigm, but it's been an evolving paradigm.
Right.
It's much different than when Ultra Lead first came out. And we don't want people to use the Ultra Lead in the studio or on stage doing new work with its only claim to fame being that it was used in the past by somebody else.
Right.
We want people to embrace it for what it can bring to the table now.
For sure.
So, what it brings to the table is all the original functionality and sound quality and versatility of the Ultra in a more compact housing form factor that's less expensive to ship. It's smaller, it's lighter, and uses switch mode technology for the power supply so that it can adapt to any line voltage in any country you might be in.
That's smart.
So that you don't have to worry about voltage conversions. Of course, bigger tours have voltage converters and they don't have to worry about stuff like that. But not all bands that you see here are selling out at 100,000.
Yeah, that's smart, man.
In stadiums.
Smart.
So we need to be thinking about the people that actually have the practical reality staring them in the face when they're touring. And eliminating extra weight and extra converters and all that stuff is a big part of that.
Plus, it looks killer.
Of course, we don't make anything unless it looks killer. There's no point in making something that does not look good.
It looks amazing.
Players want to stand in front of gear that looks badass. I do.
And you've got the IRs in it?
In the touring environment, recording environment, IRs are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. People use them of all kinds, and the technology is developing. So with that in mind, we have a DS module that we have designed and implemented and are using in the Ultralead as the first product that we make that gets it. It incorporates the original Ultralead graphic EQ, an analog cab simulator, which is really essential for clean guitar playing, much better than an IR loader.
Right.
It just tends to work better for clean guitar tracks, so it works really well with the clean channel.
Yeah.
And then we have the IR loader, which is a 500 millisecond capacity IR loader that's zero latency.
Wow.
Supports 44.148 and 96 kilohertz.
Wow.
You don't have to do any conversion process to use other IRs in this loader. You just dump them in. Once you load them, it will format itself to use them, and it will display the formatting of whatever IR loader, of whatever IR you select. You can change the settings to display what kind of IR you were using. So,
wow.
Interestingly, a lot of different people make a lot of different IRs, and that technology is evolving as well.
Right.
People do post-production on IR files now, mixing them, tweaking them, blending two cabs together, all kinds of things. Sometimes it pays to know what the format of the WAV file is, so you can compare how it actually performs relative to what kind of format it's in. That way you're not just saying, well, it's only 20 milliseconds, it can't be good as a 200 millisecond wave, it might be better.
Yeah.
You never know. So that's something that if you can track and visualize, that's a great thing to have.
That's very cool.
Now the IR loader has another special function that's related to how the amp works. It's got a 1 watt amp built in it, and it's got a 100 watt amp built in. So the original Ultralead 100 watt amp that drives the cab, and a 1 watt amp that's internal that feeds its own little miniature reactive load. So when you want to record silently, you don't need an attenuator or to turn down a massive volume. You just shut the power tubes off entirely.
Holy cow.
Using the standby switch, which is automated. The Ultralead 2 uses two 6550s and two EL34s. So you can select to use only the EL34s, only the 6550s, or both together. If you're using the power amp and you want to send that as the source for the IR loader, you set it to in high. That means the 100 watt amp is driving the IR loader. And that's the sound that you send to your recording desk or to front of house.
Wow.
If you want to have a slightly different character, or if you don't want to send the sound from your cab to front of house, you can switch to IR low, which drives the IR loader from the 1 watt amp module. That could be really nice on front of house because it's going to be a little bit rounder sounding. And so you send a nicer signal to the front of house that can complement the mic sound.
You're right, this is not like the old one.
That's right.
It's an
just gives you
advancement.
much more options to optimize what it does in your recording environment or to your audience. So then, now you can imagine that you're on stage and your sound man or your on-stage monitor guy or guitar tech is managing your amplifier sound for you. He runs it from the GUI, and here you can change the settings of the EQ and store them.
basically the first time it's been shown.
Yes.
So this is
I
kind
just got it loaded yesterday. So we have the preset menu here where you can store all the presets, and you have the ability to I don't see my menu for
pretty hard on a laptop without a mouse, right? But yeah, that's
there are other ways to access, but
Yeah.
you can modify the IRs using preset master EQ,
Yeah.
which gives you a
right. Different
low-end
shelving and
roll-off,
stuff.
high-end
Yeah.
roll-off,
Yeah.
a shift,
Yeah.
a shelving,
Yeah.
and a peak, and then you can set the parameters of that here. You can select one and you can
Yeah.
modify the parameters of all these different
crazy.
preset little.
It's a lot
they're
of
just like
stuff in
little
there, man.
widgets for tweaking
Yeah.
the tone on the
It's a
fly.
lot of stuff.
So it's simple to operate.
Wow.
And,
Very cool.
And then it's MIDI, of course.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
last final detail is you can bring the signal out of the IR motor on the back panel via a balanced or unbalanced line output,
Yeah. Yeah.
or you can record directly to your DAW, for example, coming out of the USB-C output and USB high-speed recording directly out of the amp into your DAW. You don't need an interface. Because
It's all in there.
the loading characteristics and all that are done inside the unit. So it's
man.
just all right there.
It's baffling how you do that.
It just takes time and will and concentration and thinking, okay, what do guitar players want? What do they really want? No, let's ask the question differently. What will facilitate their needs best, and how do we get them to learn how to use it? You make it simple, you make it intuitive,
Yeah.
and you make it sound great. And the rest of them take care of itself. So,
You're the man who can do it. And I appreciate your time, and it was great seeing you again.
oh, and just one more thing. The final reason to do things this way is because if we did it the old way, this could be a $6,000 or $7,000 amp.
Right. So it's
When it could be like under $4,000.
cost
and give you
effective.
all of that stuff.
cost effective is always an issue.
Right.
And you seem to have done it with this product, man. That's absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you for your
And
time.
West Coast